be the most fun character for the DM to deal with.
Oh, where's my...
Malcolm can take it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's just gonna... I think you should... If you build characters that leave the party, I'm not gonna feel... They're just gonna have to leave the party. I'm not gonna double... It's gonna be very difficult if he's like trying to go on his own solo mission. That will be very difficult to contend with. So I would never recommend that, or I might just make them play. You know, if he was to leave, then he'd be in the background. Like, you know, it'd almost be like he's flittered. Because that would be depending. Like, it's one thing when the party splits in the same scenario area, but if you have somebody that's like going on their own side missions, and it's gonna be, and the party doesn't go on that, then it's gonna be difficult. Yeah. So.
All right, I'll tone it down then.
Yeah,
I don't want to create.
You don't want to create that. Yeah, I think that will create challenges. I think, and I think there's something to be said about playing to your character and what my character would do, but understanding that there is a bit of metal that you always want your character to do. To at least do what's best to keep you in the game with the party. If you build a character I used to always deal with that. There'll always be that one player that, you've never done that, Jameson, but I'd have that player that builds the stoic lone wolf. It's like, why are you playing D&D? Because you can't play a lone wolf in D&D. It just doesn't work, you know. And you need to be this player like, I'm going to do my own thing. Like, well, you're not going to play the game. It's like, that's just not going to work. You know, D&D's not a game for lone wolf unless you want to play solo D&D, or, you know, just not that fun to me. But yeah,
it's funny that you say that, because two of my characters were kind of like that, which was Machina, because he always wanted to read books and kind of go off, but then he got directed back by the party, like, no, go this way.
And that's why it never felt, it also didn't, like, there's some players that play a character like that and then would be upset when that character gets like written out of the story or taken out of the story. You know, you would always be like, it's fine if Machina, you know, gets removed, and that's okay. You know, I guess it's the fact that if you were to be like upset that like Machina is going off and doing his own thing and I'm not catering to it, you know, that would be a different kind of thing. So I don't have a problem, because I understand that you are capable of playing. Like, I mean, I think it was in that Storm King's Thunder, you played like 4 or 5 different characters, and some of them as being NPCs that I just be like, well, no Machina, you got to play this for today, and you don't have a problem doing that. So I think a lot of people wouldn't necessarily be able to do that, but would also want to play a loner character, right? So
then Rakalish had those irreconcilable differences.
Let's see. Well, hopefully some of our other friends show up today, but this is us for today. I think when thinking about where last session left off, the party has gone to the town of GrindBone. Hard to even call it a town. It's a little bit more of a settlement, you know. There definitely, I think if you'd have come here a year ago, it'd have been almost like almost felt like a ghost town run by some thugs outside of the slave trade, you know. There's not a lot going on. Now that you've arrived, there's a little bit more hustle and bustle. There's people coming in from Jaffa, but still very much it is smaller than way smaller than even Daru. In a lot of ways. The group has gone here because, you know, they seem to be very conscious and concerned about the idea that there's slavery going on right in their backyard. They want to get more information on how this place is being run, maybe what they can do to undermine the operation here. They've kind of gone in like, not fully undercover, but just, you know, playing like they're using their postal service as their main angle. This has got them in the good graces of Manavir, the
jack of all trades, master of none.
There you go. You know, playwright, owner of the tavern, brothel owner, a man of many skills, and a master of none. Manavir ends up explaining to them that the Duke Unda is looking for someone to go into the ruins that are in the... Hold on one second. Let me make sure. Also, let me know if music is too loud. I'll turn it down a little bit. It seemed like it was a little loud in my ear. Let's see. I will do a quick. I have started recording just for everybody to know.
Quick, no one say anything problematic or cancelable. Quick, no one start singing any copyrighted music.
Hold on, let me find Alchemy here so I can. Oh, I didn't. Let's see. Because I do want to be able to share that, so let me get that while we're setting up. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my layers here on. There we go. So here the group has kind of settled in. They saw some of the slave fights that were happening in the slave square. They went to a show that night at the theater. This place is rowdy. It's rambunctious. It's a bit ridiculous. Manavir is super over the top, but he asked them to go into the ruins of Stonefang. And recently, you know, there is a group of thieves, the Thieves Guild, that runs this settlement, and some of the guards were recently are no more because it was believed that they stole from the Duke several barrels of very important ale, Bantu beer that is kept up here, probably because of there's old cellars. Even though it's an old ruin, there's still old cellars below, keep this beer like in a cool setting, and now stuff's gone missing. So, but it's kind of come around that must not be the guards, because even more of the beer's gone missing, and no one even wants to go up there anymore because of the fear, the belief that that place is haunted. So the group goes and does a little job to help get in the good graces of Manavir and maybe even the Duke, and finds that there is an Azurgun, or a evil spirit, a demon, living up there in the form of a very large, hulked out Heineken or gnome or gnoll like creature. He cackles and snarls, but seems to know some cryptic details about Jumbi, recognizing Jumbi, and then wants to have this fight with the group, and therefore carries out a fight. And the group does a great job of like really putting him on the back foot. And then the creature is like, kind of calls a parlay to the fight and is like, good game kind of deal. And I realized this is kind of a bit of a sparring session for this creature. And realizing, they also realized the drunken nature of this large creature, that this creature is who's been stealing not only the barrels, but drinking them. So that happens as well earlier on, kind of jumping around. Earlier on, they did also meet some interesting folks around the Chapel of the Sunspire, which was here in town. And those folks are the fervent brother Hamedis, who seems to be the local priest of the Church of the Order of the Veil, or the Church of the Sunspire. They also saw entering the town Gemma, who is a what most people might consider a half-orc knight, but was kind of interesting to be, because we've always considered the kind of kinism or the kin hate that the Order of the Veil might have, but to see a orc in this prominent armor is interesting.
They're diversifying.
And then there is and then the three priests who were going to see the brother Hamedis. He had told the guards that they were going to collect the tithe for the settlement. And then later on, you did notice that it looked like the priest was a bit like he looked like he had like frustrated or maybe concerned that he had received bad news that looks like it had been delivered by the Orc Knight, and that was early in the day before you had fought this Azure gun. So those are some of the other things that are happening in town. You also got one of the guards to said you're going to send a love letter to to someone, the love
which
that he.
I added to our spreadsheet for the cart. Now there is a tab for any mail we take, who sent it, who it's getting sent to, how much we're charging for it, and then what's in it for when we read it.
That's great, because that's going to really be helpful for me too, because that's fantastic. So they're starting also their business. They're kind of like extending themselves in that regard. They did save one of the slaves got in the slave fight. Kind of put your money on, and you end up also giving that slave some coin put some coin in her purse, and that was I'm blanking. Gunny the wolf, her name. And so there's some differences. Those are all the different NPCs that you just kind of interacted with in a very short amount of time, all within a day, because this is where you came in the early, like maybe probably early afternoon, and now you find yourself in the evening having to spend the night in this ruin with this demon. And by the way, he is the Azure gun is now is known as Ajekarun, and yeah, and. Yeah, so Ajekarun is drunk and cackles, drinks as much as he laughs, and drinks as hard as he throws a nasty blow with that chain spiked flail of his, covered in dried blood from the ages, and the souls that he's taken. So in no way is he a good guy, but he seems to be okay with you all, and so that's where we are. That's where we're at. Anyone want to add anything to that before we pick up and get started tonight?
I think that guy's a good judge of character right now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
Best we've met so far.
Yeah.
How are we gonna play Jumbi? Like, is somebody else gonna play him for now?
No, he's gonna get flittered.
He gets this like he has this like spiritual interaction with this demon hyenakin, and then immediately flitters.
No, I actually have a little way. Like, I'm gonna start the session as I always do, and I'll deal with Jumbi. But and I'll still make sure we kind of understand where we're at with that. So, yeah, I think we're good to go. Let me set my music for this evening. I want what I'll say before we jump in is that after that fight, kind of the off-screen things that might have happened is that in the moments after Ajekarun would have cracked open another, peeled off the top, another entire. These are like barrels that if Kazan was carrying, Kazan would be carrying the barrel with your arms all the way around this thing, right? He's picking them up like he's Stone Cold Steve Austin. These things, like drinking out of them, right? And he just cracks another one. You realize he has a stash in the back of the room. This like cool, dark, damp area. It's like he kind of lets you know where he's been keeping all these barrels. And there's about 7 of these barrels, 7 or 8 of these 8 barrels left. And he goes, and I imagine that you've probably explained to him we came for the barrels. And so he cracks one and he goes, "What's one more? You can take the rest back." And he goes, he takes a swig and then he goes, "Share the rest with me." And I imagine maybe whether you all have like little pottery or bowls that you all break out, you're able to dip in. and whoever participates, whoever does drink, you kind of sit around and he wisps up, he kind of conjures this magical, wispy kind of elemental fire that keeps everyone warm in this very like cold, dank, dark cellar and he asks questions and asks you to share stories about your journeys across the Ashlands, and he laughs and jokes and, Well,
I'm telling him, but I want to know his story. I need to know. What's the vibe here? When did he come to GrindBone? How long has he been at GrindBone? What's up with this castle?
Fair enough. I will, let's see, based on the way I want to start the episode. So those are all good questions. And do I want to answer them? I guess that would be the point that you would be asking them now. So I think in the conversation, what you realize, Makeda, he kind of decides to tell is that I came for the smell initially of blood and anger and violence and a good inappropriate joke, all of it. It seemed like a place for me, but then I saw the castle and realized what a place to hide, it's cool. And he realized, and then I found the stash, and I figured I'd stay here and drink until my heart's content before I'd move on. And he's been here for about 8 weeks, almost 2 months of just being up here, and he's considered. He actually kind of got content drinking at their barrels and enjoying. At first for a while before he started drinking the barrels, which was recent, he actually was just watching and laughing at the humanoids and their strangeness and their games. And he explains that. But then when I was just going to finish the beer and move on. But then the night mother, she told me to stay a little longer. She said someone was coming, and now I know it was you, Jumbi, as he kind of like stares deeply. And his relation to the Night Mother is, because he's not I think Jumbi should do the job of explaining more of how he sees the Night Mother. But I think what we all know, maybe even from knowing Jumbi, is that in his culture, she is a representation of death. She is the Grim Reaper and I guess maybe even she is the Reaper in that way. She is, when souls pass, she's the one to usher them to the ancestral planes that they deserve to go to, from at least where Jumbi comes from in the Craglands. And I think this Ajogun respects her very much, does not worship her, but listens to her. And in this regard was waiting for this, the call of this fellow Heineken who would be considered honored in her eyes. Now, very much, even though he takes on the form of a Heineken, very much this Ajekaroon, he is likely not a Heineken, but maybe has lived a life as one long ago before he became the entity, the everlasting entity that he is now. So those are some of the things I think he shares. Do you have any other questions for him? We're just soft playing now. We'll just say, like Makeda's having a conversation with him.
It's probably, if we're keeping, I guess, two ways canon wise, is do we retcon that Jumbi is here later, or do we say that Jumbi got flittered against his will? Because now Makeda's like, I got to take notes for him. He's gonna want to know this.
Here's what Jumbi is. Shortly after them having a round of drinks, Jumbi would pass out. So Jumbi is I was going to start with Jumbi's deep state and his dream. But considering he's not here, I'm also not going to reveal his dream because no reason to share his dream with him that he's not here for.
We message Sean, like, we know what you're dreaming about.
So while you're having this conversation, Jumbi has like either gotten drunk or even just mystically that veil, the mother has you can look at it as either way, but he has slowly slumped over and has passed out.
Poor dude.
Say nothing if you want me to own your skeletons.
Imagine he's doing like dog, like kicking in his sleep, like chasing hags in his dreams.
To be honest, the same, but for different reasons.
To be honest, I just spend my time bored. The greatest thing that I am hoping. The Night Mother says a bloody war is coming to the Ashlands. And so I am waiting for my time to participate and smash some skulls.
When he says that, Ashton's going to have an immediate flashback to reading a scroll and then an entire desert oasis getting just decimated. And then flashback to reality.
Interesting.
Back to reality. Up there goes gravity. Grandpa's having flashbacks. Okay, asking questions.
And then he himself is...
You said that you got drawn here by something. What was that feeling? Is that still around, or was that when our other friends were here and this business with the slave lady went down?
I just tend to move where the wind takes me and whenever I can sniff out those pesky, joyful ones.
Anti-joyful ones. We like that.
Which tracks with what Zathea told you. Most of the Azure guns right now tend to be anti-joyful ones. And
have you heard or have you sensed anything as you've been traveling around? We've heard reports that possessions are on the rise in a dangerous way. Have you heard anything, felt anything about that as the wind has moved you through these lands?
Humans are weak. They get possessed from time to time. That's normal.
I mean, from time to time is normal. We're talking an increase in numbers here.
Yeah, it's the fault of the joyful ones. And it's too many demons in the Ashlands right now. Too many. And there's only room for one in this town, if you ask me. And so...
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Cheers. Hell yeah, brother.
And then he's just finished that entire barrel that you all cracked. He puts it down and he goes, one more. And he like pulls this one up. And as he cracks the lid on that one, it's like it's like Pulp Fiction when they open the there's this green aura, this light that comes that has not come out of the other ones this way. And he goes,
Wait, Makeda like jumps in.
Oh. And he licks his like really heavy tongue, kind of laps at it, and he goes, oh, that's the good stuff. Oh no.
No.
God damn it. What is going on?
The poison was too powerful.
Too powerful. We seem to have bounced back. Let's see if I'm still sharing sound. You know, I go through these.
Cracks open the poison of stops your Wi-Fi.
Share audio. All right. Let's see. Are we still recording? I think we're still recording. I think we're good there.
He opens it.
Yeah.
It's like record scratch. We all freeze.
Just been having some hiccups lately. Not doing anything different. Don't know what it is, but yeah, that happened last game as well. But at least we came back. Did I kept recording? Okay, I think we're good. So he kind of drinks at that and he goes, oh, that's the good stuff. And then he like thinks about it and he goes, He kind of reseals that barrel. I'll keep that for you all.
What's that? What's going on with that one? That one didn't look like the others.
No. You said you came up here to get... They sent you to recover these?
They said, Makeda's putting two and two together, they said that some of them were meant to be gifts for our friends over at the Vale. I'm wondering if maybe that was one of them.
So good. The Order of the Vale. Let's just say, as much as I'd like to dine on this exquisite drink, he puts his raspy large hands around the barrel. He starts to slide the rest of the barrels, and he looks at them and starts to go. And you start to see that the last 6 barrels, they're all marked with a small, like somebody took a red paint and put an X somewhere on the barrel. And he goes, let's just make sure these are gifted to their appropriate, who they were meant to go to. I don't want to get in the way of that. And his like tongue is like green. It like his tongue, like it looks like he has like predator blood on his tongue. Like it's it's like fluorescent and glowing. Like the stuff that he drank was glowing.
You know what would be a funny joke? If you helped us empty one of these barrels into one of the unmarked ones.
Why would
and then we carry it out.
All right.
No problem.
Sure. I'm thinking, are you going to take all? I would say you need to. Are you going to?
We'll take the rest of them.
Yeah.
Take the rest of them, but I'm thinking we'll take, because
one
there's
unmarked
6 left.
Yeah, he just like switches one and
crack one and pour it into the empty one and reseal it, so we have one that's unmarked but is actually full of poison beer.
Got it.
Just
did you and when you say poison beer, he goes, poison? Who said anything about poison?
What's the glowing green stuff?
This is dragon fire. It is highly flammable.
My pen's running out. Wait.
It's highly flammable?
If I was to say, light my finger on fire, and he goes, and he lights his finger because he's being a demon. And he goes, and he blows it out. This one barrel could level the rest of these ruins. 6 could level an entire fortress. Alchemical dragon fire.
I think our friend Miniver was planning a bit of terrorism.
Well, I'll let you finish your... Yeah, just be careful with that stuff. And then he just stumbles into it. He stumbles and passes out, and he falls over backwards, not into the barrels after he's repackaged for you. And he just starts sleeping. Big chest heaving up and down.
Maybe we should mark that barrel ourselves, but more certainly.
We know what it is. How about, what if I take like my knife and I like scratch?
Yeah, and can I
scratch an M into one of the staves of the barrel.
Who has the highest bushcraft check? I mean, bushcraft skill.
Bushcraft.
Ashton is sitting at 15.
Hold on, I should probably open my character sheet.
Because it is an intelligence skill.
Mine's a 14.
Okay, so it sounds like Ashton's gonna make. I'm only gonna allow one person to make the check. But I'll have Ashton make a check for me. A Bane bushcraft. See if you know anything about Dragonfire. Any further things that I might share.
That is a 10.
Okay. So yeah, this fluorescent alchemical creation is is a form of magical alchemy created supposedly with the saliva, or sometimes even considered the poison glands, or the glands that puff in a dragon's throat that allow them to like push out whatever breath weapon they create, or like kind of like the flammable fluid that they spit that creates the ignition of fire. This stuff is like at its core the most potent version of that, and then supposedly like magicians or have like even made it even stronger. And so essentially, like he said, 6 barrels of this is like you're walking around with like nuclear level old world weaponry. Each one of these is kind of a nuclear little bomb that would probably level an entire like village or section of a city if one of these barrels goes off. And so maybe Makeda's onto something, that Minivir probably knows something about this. Maybe that's whether and was asking you to retrieve these barrels, because who knows who took them. And now you all know that, you have access to them.
My other question is, where the hell did he get them from?
That's yeah.
Power of Miniver.
Yeah.
Here's a thought that may just be Sean, like the devil on my shoulder, whispering in my ear from wherever he is. Because now, we don't have to tell Miniver that we found these. We can do whatever we want with them, including potentially blowing up slave-related infrastructure.
Put it into little casks and divide this one barrel into many small barrels. That way it's more...
We could do that, yeah. Actually sounds like a really good idea.
Just a matter of igniting each one, right?
Based on how dangerous it sounds, more like shot glasses.
Yeah, probably. Like just little itsy bitsy. Do we have any like empty bottles on us that we can maybe just like fill up a bottle with it?
I'll say you do. I'll say like, yeah, if you were to take one of your old, like your potion bottles or something like that and fill a small amount, you could.
Like I'll chug my water. I need to not be hungover tomorrow anyway from this beer that I've been drinking with our new friend.
We deal all our messages in bottles.
As the night, as you all are...
Yeah, I don't think I want to tell Miniver that we found these. I think maybe we tell Miniver that we found the guy drinking the beer and that he drank all of the beer, and then we like play dumb that we didn't find the bad stuff.
Sounds fine.
He out-riz the Rizzler.
We will have to see. That is for the dice to decide. How
Okay.
Rizzly I've been feeling. How Rizzly Bear I'm feeling.
And so, as you all are plotting and planning, under Jumbi and Ajekarun both passed out, as the moon wafts over late into the night, as the mist rolls beyond the ruins, Jumbi, as you all get tired and begin to rest yourself, all of you notice that Jumbi's body begins to kind of contort and writhe, and no matter whether you try to wake him up or not, he is in this deep slumber but seems to be going through something. At some point, Ajekarun just kind of wakes up and looks over and goes, "He'll be fine. He'll sleep for another, at minimum, 24 hours. The Night Mother is giving him his visions." And he goes to sleep. And can I have a willpower check from everyone, as you all eventually all have to sleep or rest, to see if you get any visions as well?
Ugh. Just straight willpower.
Mm-hmm.
Success. Visionless. Makeda's paranoid though, so if a success means no vision, that's because she like would look over her shoulder, and really quickly dig a really tiny hole and put a gold coin in and say, "Eshu, I don't want any fucking visions." cover the hole, and then sleep with her head on that mound, like no visions.
Success, Kazan?
No. Right number.
Success for Ashton.
Okay. And so it is Ashton who... Ashton, you have this dream of, and this would be appropriate because actually, if you were a star caller during the war with the orcs, you would know that one of the things that the Empire always pride themselves on is not using necromancy and fueling their army with hot-blooded, humans, humanoids, dwarves, elves fighting the good fight. But on some of those voyages, you recall and you dream, you're dreaming a memory of the times you would voyage and sail where you would pick up necromancers and you would load your boat full of undead skeleton soldiers to fight, and they would be undead soldiers that had fallen. So undead elves, undead humans who had fought for the Empire, who had fallen on the battlefield, and they would just get risen right back up to be sent back into the fray or to be repositioned strategically on the battlefield. This is something that the people in the city of Aldarius and the cities across would never know about.
This all happened in Aquilon, not Aldaria.
In both. No. Yeah, this would have happened in Aldaria as well. Are you saying that
you believe it never happened in Aldaria?
Got it. Okay.
He's like, nope. It's happening. It's happening in front of the "Welcome to Aldaria" sign. He's like, nope. Never happened.
And so, as he is having the vision and even some of the things that happen out there, he's like, "No, this must be part of my dream of this happening here." He realizes that this idea of necromancy was these beings were used as tools, and he finds himself standing on fresh soil, and the soil begins to writhe, and skeletal hands and arms begin to jut forth and claw themselves out, soulless beings. And he looks over, and Jumbi is at his side, forming this wall of armed skeletons. And then when he looks out, when Ashton looks out in front of him, he sees a storm cloud brewing in the distance, and he realizes the storm cloud is actually one of sand, a sandstorm moving in. And as the sandstorm gets closer, whirling with all its fury, out of the sandstorm begins to march skeletal armies. But unlike the armies that stand beside you, they seem to have a light both in their eyes and a light in their chest, as though they have like a soul inside of them. And they march forward with sand pouring out of their sockets. And both of those armies come to collide. This on the soil of the Ashlands, and then Ashton himself wakes up. We've just played through about 37 minutes, but that was all our cold open of tonight's session. And you all awake to a morning, where the sun is slightly. There's no sun really where you're in that cellar, but at least some of the old openings in the old ruins allow some morning light to cascade in. And so it almost feels a little overcast, but less dark, but it lets you know that it is day, dawn has come. And you all can move as you please, taking your barrels as you please, and deciding what to do next with your day. And so with that, unless we need a break, we can move into what they're like. I'm entertaining everything that they're saying. Sounds like they don't want to tell Menavir about what they found. They've got 6 casts that are literally full of dragon fire. Yeah.
We have 1.
We left
the 5 there.
You left the 5, right? So you're just going to take 1 with you for now.
Or we're filling up like a bottle.
But you fill up a number, and so you got 1 unmarked. 1 unmarked,
yeah.
5 marked, and then you took some out of that 1 and put it in a bottle.
So how many was he expecting? Like, how many barrels was he originally asking after?
That's a good question. I probably should have stated what he was looking for, but considering they had all gone missing, he was just saying, can you go find barrels? So
Okay.
Technically, he never told you how many he needed you to come back with.
Can I grab like a chunk of like splintered wood, like from when our buddy was busting him open? Can I like grab one that's like kind of wet with beer on the inside, just to like say, hey, sorry, they were all smushed.
Sure.
Did he break the one with the red X on it as well? Just be like, yeah,
He did, but I don't want to bring that one. I kind of wanted him to get the idea that maybe the red X ones were taken away. So that's why I'm asking, like, how many was he expecting? Because however many he was expecting, I would have said that we saw about right. Say he had 10.
Let's say, well, I don't.
7, say he had 10 and 7 were the red X ones. I would say we saw like 3 smashed barrels.
Got
like,
it.
I want him to think that the red ones got taken away.
He was probably expecting about 12 barrels. And so about half of them would have been beer and the other half are... Now, here's the thing. Maybe he doesn't even know about the... I don't know. But yeah.
We can suss that out.
You can suss that out. Yep.
Okay. So I can light a Miniver. I can do the lying. Do we still want to maybe talk to Gunny and find out how we can help her out, or...
So in terms of, and also if I do also for the sake of,
take a long rest, right?
Yeah, y'all got a long rest, and for the sake of, the map and everything, if you are marching back into town, it won't take you long. You're carrying a barrel, but so remember, Duke Undus. This is the guild hall. You haven't met him yet. The gilded chain is where the new construction, like basically where slaves check in and all that kind of stuff, whoever runs that. This is the chapel of the Sunspire. That's where Hamedis is. This is where the hop shed is. This is where you're likely somewhere between the theater and Alderholm Tavern is where you're going to find Menevere. These are the slaves' quarters down here. And this is where you came into town. So, and then this is the old group. You went there for a moment, the ruin. That's the ruin that Coin Merchantry owns, which I should probably name it, whatever they end up naming it. But yeah.
Okay. What do you guys want to do? What are you thinking of doing?
Ashton would like a drink after waking up to such horrid visions.
There's definitely some beer. There's some ale left that you could have there, or
we can go get some. We can get you the harder stuff when we go report to Miniver at the tavern.
Yeah, could do that as well.
I'm not one for day drinking, but when you're fairly young, might as well.
I'm just imagining Ashton with like a mimosa, like he's at the tavern, just a Bloody Mary, a mimosa. Nice, good, strong breakfast booze.
One of those drinks with the celery in it.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called, but I know they exist.
Bloody Mary, yeah, Bloody Mary.
Ashton doesn't normally drink. He likes staying sober.
Oh. Makeda will catch on to that.
Yeah, because I definitely caught when you said Ashton would have a drink. I was like, wait, what? Like Ashton?
Maybe after he says that, he's like, I could do with a bit of a... Makeda's kind of jogging after him like, why? You doing okay, Gramps?
Just some old memories and then things that weren't old memories.
The memories of when you weren't? The memories when you weren't old, or memories when you were old?
I can't imagine you not old, sir.
I mean, I was still quite old at that time.
You had a vision of the future, though? Were we in it?
Were we rich?
Cannot say you were there.
Wow.
Oh, that's just rude. Okay.
Yeah.
Jumpy was there.
Okay. Well, Jumpy was there. What was he up to?
Let's get a drink in me first, and then I'll be more inclined to speak of this.
And
as they say in Elvish, in vito veritas.
So he wants to drink at the tavern, specifically, is what he is recommending.
And yeah, we figured Miniver's there, so we can.
Okay.
He just needs a drink.
Okay, just because I will say there's probably still a little bit of the beer. That's the only reason I'm saying this, because there's still probably some of the leftover Bantu that you have there, so he probably could swig that and still go get a drink at the. But that would be still available to him in the sailor on their way out if he needed that initial swig. But yeah, as they're heading,
need some stronger stuff.
Some stronger stuff for sure. As they are coming down that road. Actually, this would be off to this side because they would be. I don't know how the road would be down here. So they would be entering back into town. A bit disheveled and from the night before.
Is Ashland walking all right? Does he need a little carry?
Actually, Jumby still passed out. So everybody.
I'll carry Jumby then. I'll have him slung over my shoulder.
Also, well, you could also just two things. You could either take Jumby with you, or you could leave him because Ajekaroon said he's going to need to sleep it off. Like he's going to be in this like weird state. You tell me, are you taking Jumby with you?
I would be so nervous to leave him there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Good. Okay.
I mean, we'd leave him there with maybe his skeletons watching over him.
You could do that as well.
Suppose, yeah. After we want to use the skeletons to carry all the beer. How many barrels are we breaking down again?
And then
we're not bringing any. We're not bringing any.
Oh,
we're leaving them.
Yeah, it's all gone. I forgot. Sorry.
I'm happy to watch him. He'll be fine.
Sleepover.
Should we like leave him pizza money or something? I don't know.
Yeah, leave him a little note. Makeda will scribble. Makeda will take a page out of her little notebook and she'll scribble off to negotiate with Weirdo, and then she'll draw a little like stick figure that's meant to be Miniver, and then if you wake up, find us at tavern.
And we'll warn that we might blow the place up with the explosives.
Oh, right. Do not drink. She's like turning the paper to like right in the margins. Do not drink green gunk stuff. Very flammable. Adjikun can tell you about it.
Oh man, that's gonna be the worst for somebody waking up after a hangover.
And then she folds it up and she'll pin it to the front of his jacket. And do like love Makeda with like a little cartoon of her going.
And as you're coming down the road, you kind of turn the bend and you bump into one of you. I'll say it's Ashton, who's just had an early morning drink, who needs something a little bit, who bumps into Hamedas, and Hamedas actually falls over in the dust. Ashton catches himself in his old frail form, being with the group, and Hamedas says, "It's fine, it's okay." And Hamedas looks at you all, and it appears that clearly Hamedas has been drinking already. Like, this priest has already had a couple of drinks in the early morning. He looks at you with kind of swollen bags under his eyes, not just because he's drinking, but that kind of look like he didn't sleep well, and that he is concerned. And he goes, "Oh, fine, friends. My apologies. I am so sorry. Let me make space for you. Carry on. Good day,
young man.
Let Elohim and the great emperor be with you." Say that again, Ashton.
I said, "Rough evening, young man."
I guess young for... He kind of touches his face for these standards. You could say that. And he looks at Ashton, and he looks at all of you, sizes up Ashton, and sizes up you all, and the elf with you all. "You're new here. I think I saw you yesterday passing through."
We're messengers.
Messengers. Oh, the world is expanding. Things are going back to normal. Good to hear. Messengers.
Have you any messages to send, sir? With prepayment, we can even promise a returned reply.
I could possibly use a messenger. Yes, I could use a message sent. Could you come by and... I don't know if you seem to be in a hurry, but I mean, if it is the morning, I do.
Grandpa needs his.
I have some boiled
morning medicine.
I have some boiled quail eggs. Grandpa needs his morning medicine. He looks him over and he goes. He pulls back his he goes, Grandpa, you wear the fine garments of the order. I'm happy to share my finest. And he has this old bottle from this whiskey from the Highlands of Aldaria. Might I interest you in a morning drink with this and some quail eggs?
That sounds marvelous, good sir.
This way. And you
Grandpa's
all
making friends.
moments later, kind of Star Wars pan to
Muppet walking montage across the screen.
They are sitting in this little quaint area, the sun casting into this very quaint chapel, wooden built. In terms of what I will say is a simple temple, as it's shared, as its description is here in Legend Keeper, bearing the sun-worn split stone facade, typical of the Sunspire order. And so, standing outside the temple, there are two weathered idols, stained in old blood, honoring the deities. The Emperor himself, and on the other side of the entryway would be Elohim, the god of the elves. But as you enter inside, you find a small little table beyond some prayer pews made of wood, and the symbol of the sun spire at the far end of it. And he takes you to the back corner where he has a little his own quarters. It's a little more quaint. And he actually goes, "Why don't we go out back?" And then it's outside the back of the chapel where there's a little garden area. The flowers are not blooming here. They dead. It's basically mostly weeds. But there's a little table there, and at least he pulls up a couple of wooden cups, a few wooden cups for everyone or all of you, and pours a morning whiskey there for you all, and begins to sip. And
Thank you.
How are the rest of you taking this? Because this is I think this is probably the first time you all have seen Ashton drinking. So I'll leave it to Kazan and to Makeda to see how they respond. But for this man, this is good morning. They seem to be having he goes, I take it by your robes, you are a star caller.
Sorry, feeding.
Yeah.
Cat
Do your thing.
Momentarily. But one thing that Makeda is certainly interested in, and she'll be kind of as they walk and look around, pretty nice place. I frankly am really impressed that you guys are keeping a place of faith going in such environs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll answer that when she gets back. As he realizes, he probably takes some discomfort to Makeda's statements and nods. Yeah. I've been here for some time. I guess you'd say when the Joyfall recently lifted and the church sent me out to find a space to call my own, to spread the good word. GrindBone is one of the first that I came upon when the Joyfall was lifted. And while I find the practices despicable, the church has turned a blind eye to such things, and for a while we did not have a force to even care about such things. And as long as Duke Unda has paid his tithe, that is my job, to collect and to save lost souls. I try to do my best to save the wretched souls who are in captivity here, and even those who run the place, because let's face it, we all know slaves have their place, and so do masters, but all can find glory in the next life, and all can find glory in when our great emperor returns.
Boo, hiss. Makeda's fur is going spiky while her ears are going flat. I pour out.
He doesn't seem to notice. He doesn't seem to notice anything.
Drink onto a potted plant. Like, fuck this guy.
I'll roll to see if he notices any of Makeda's response. He does not seem to notice that she disapproves of anything that he says. Such is the world, right? Such is a cruel world. Nothing we can do about it. I mean...
Not alone, anyway.
I mean... I guess the only thing we could do is, kill Duke Unda. Kill him dead. He tries to see. He's like looking to see how everyone responds.
Who's Jagunda again?
Duke Unda is the Duke who runs all of GrindBone.
I thought you said Jagunda.
Makeda. No, Makeda. Makeda makes kind of a, yeah, that's a good point.
Let me see
That would. Kind of with her.
Interesting.
Her now empty drink glass. Like, yeah, that probably could do it. Yeah. The world is made by our own actions.
So you would find it would be GrindBone would be a better place without such authority?
I mean, a power vacuum unfortunately sucks in the dregs of whatever is left. So there'd have to be some kind of plan for who might take over in such tragic cases,
Mm.
And I certainly would never support anyone who wouldn't, want to free those who are in bondage, frankly.
And actually, I forgot. Kazan, you are still wearing Order of the Veil armor, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like, you are wearing
the golden armor? Yeah, I am.
We changed the sigil, though, right?
Yeah, I definitely made as many changes as I could. Like, to take off anything that, is identifiable.
In the year since Kazan's got it.
Yeah, and then I also was saying that I wanted to, at least buff out some of the color of the gold out too.
Praise be to the Emperor. I knew that I was in good company. I'm going to go out there and say it's a sign. A star caller. I can spot that armor anywhere. You're not fooling anyone with the changes you've made. I don't know you strange travelers and your names, but I'm going to go out there on a limb and say that maybe it's also because I'm desperate and I don't have any other choice. I'm in a bit of a pickle here. And you see, the Order of the Veil, as we know it, is growing. And the leader of the armies, Valeth Doom, is taking a stance on things like slavery. And he has decided that GrindBone will no longer operate as such. And his first decision, I don't know if you saw some of the priests that were here yesterday with their knight companion. they came to share some news is that this will be the last time they will be collecting their tithe from Dugunda, because they will be no longer accepting his payment to turn a blind eye for the slavery here. He has 1 week to comply, but that's not going to happen. I don't think they understand it's not the way the guild works. And I was told that I shouldn't even wait a week. I was given the directive to kill the Duke himself.
This guy needs to learn to hold his liquor. He barely knows us.
There's a reason he's drinking.
This is all NPCs.
He leans into whisper.
He
He leans into whisper, and the fumes are visible. And Makeda's like, "Jesus."
This is my problem with all NPCs. Like NPCs, if you read any module, they literally like walk up to you and they're like, "Hey, I need some help." They're like, "You seem like a great person I should share all my secrets with."
I mean, it makes sense between Ashton and the armor. It does make sense that he would be like, "Hey."
But he's like, yeah, he's like, I'm gonna be dead either way. And if you're if you're working for them, then I'm dead anyway.
So they're telling you to do this. Are they? I mean, Eloquine and Emperor Willing, she said, and attempting a code switch. Eloquine and Emperor Willing, you succeed. You know, like I said, a power vacuum sucks in whatever's closest. Are they planning on helping you out? Like, are they sending a force?
Oh, I wasn't told what would happen next, but I was told that slaves would be freed, that night forces or soldiers would move in, and that authority would be uprooted here and changed. But GrindBone would persist and would become, I guess, a rightful, good, upstanding settlement.
That sounds boring.
For the people. That's what I was told. I don't know how they expect me to do this, other than I usually sometimes am offered directly to go in and to collect my tithe directly from Dugunda. He has invited me in for a dinner or two. I believe Dugunda is a bit. There is some religion that he holds on to, and so maybe that is why I'm in his good religion.
Does Dugunda have like a military chain? Is he in absolute control? Does he have like admirals next to him that would be resistant to this change?
Because he took over from the last lady, so he must have some people who are.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, just to complete this, like, do we just have to get him, or do we have to get like multiple?
I imagine killing Unda and his close-knit, his sergeants, his followers. Here's the thing: the guild is made of sniveling. The guild is made of thieves. There is no honor amongst all of them, and with the head lopped off the snake, they will scatter. Many of them, they are not. He only has.
They're not
their. Yeah. He only has their allegiance as much as they get, as well as they get paid. Plus, I hear his coffers are pretty well padded. Somewhere in that house, somewhere in that space beneath the floorboards is some good money. I was told by the Order of the Veil that whoever I got to do the job could take anything they find in his treasury to their own. But, except, I was told by the knight that except
with one single word. You know, like nobody.
What is that?
Who is that? Yeah, like it's weird. Is it coming through?
The Lord. Is that you?
I think it came through my Alexa. That's the weirdest
That's
thing.
so weird. Okay, yeah.
Okay, I turned it off. So just
Okay, he just says, they do want to, any findings, they're looking for, they want to go through any gems. They don't care about coins, but any gems that are collected need to go through a collection process. But if as long as it's not specific gems that they are looking for, all else can be kept.
Okay. My brain, I'm the math lady me right now. They're looking for our
The gems
friend's
of the
girlfriend gem. Yeah, they're looking for those. Also, Valkith, is it Valith or Valith?
Valith, Valeth.
Badass fucking name. Excellent name. I think I said this last time too. I'm
Thank you,
a big
McKenna.
fan of this name. Alice Doom.
gonna try to the.
I don't even know how. Yeah, I don't know where it came. Like how. Like
Thulsa Doom.
Yeah,
Valid.
yeah. It started with a Thulsa Doom kind of vibe, and then I was trying to like figure out like what does this elf call himself, and like, yeah. But it's definitely, and it's Doom. It's Dume. So it's supposed to read like Doom. Like yeah.
Kaz is gonna lean over to Ashton and McKenna and be like, you know, we have this stuff in a bottle. If we like stick like a piece of cloth through the top and
tossed it,
wouldn't that destroy the whole house? Or whatever?
Makeda's gonna, because the Order of the Veil. Malcolm,
It should.
remind me the Order of the Veil. We're kind of 50-50 on them right now, because on one hand they don't like slavery, but on the other hand they're also like remnants of the elvish suppressor class.
Yeah. So they are.
I don't want to give them the W. Basically,
think of them as like, you know, they're paladins to the extent that like they believe in good, but good based on their terms, right? Like all good is based on their terms. And so with that, it doesn't leave a lot of wiggle room for anything else. So there are things that you'll probably be aligned on, and there'll be a lot of things that you'll be like, wait, what? Like, you know, like what, you guys agree with that? So now here's the thing, they're probably not as strong as they used to be, but they have been building. They have been building up. They've been right in their back. They've been right in GrindBone's backyard over at Fort Arion, building forces. So they're the Church of the Sun. The church is the religion, and then the order enforces said religion. Is the way you would want to look at them.
Okay.
They're the Templars, and then there's the church. You know.
I'm kind of here's my pitch. My pitch right now is we try and have it both ways, where we let Hamamid take us into this meeting and we narc on him and we pitch it to the Duke, depending on whether or not if the Duke doesn't like the tithe situation, then that's a different story. But if the Duke is okay with the tithe thing, like if he would rather pay them their tax and not get bothered, I almost wonder whether we might be able to pitch him on like, hey, if you abolish your slave trade, then you get the best of both worlds. You maintain control at the same time that like GrindBone doesn't get handed over to the nerds. I kind of want GrindBone to stay sleazy. # stay sleazy GrindBone. I want them to still be in charge because that seems more fun. It seems like better plays will come out of this place if it stays sleazy. But if we get rid of this, if we tell him like, hey, the bone to pick is the slave trade, have they communicated that to him? That like is he not willing to do that? Does he know that that's their line in the sand?
If you're asking that to Hemedus, I think.
Have they tried to negotiate Hemedus with the Duke over this slave trade issue?
So all they've done is told Hemedus to let the Duke know that that the slave trade needs to go. What Hemedus
they didn't leverage that.
And then they basically were like, if you get any pushback, they're like, even if in there, they're pretty much telling Hemedus, if you can uproot him if you can. Even if you like, they don't want the Duke there. But this is true. They're giving Jimenez like layered like actions, but he hasn't even done the first one, which he hasn't even let them know that they've made this decree that they're going to abolish it. But when I think what Jimenez is scared of is like this is how they've gotten very comfortable, and he doesn't see a scenario where Duke Unda changes his stance on this, and so he's a little worried about even sharing it. And then he's like, well, maybe I can find my assassins, and maybe he could, in his drunkenness, I guess stupor right now, he's trying to when he wakes up later, he will feel like an idiot for sharing this, but he is maybe trying to pass it off on someone else and see if they can help him. But yeah, can
we put Miniver in charge? What if we kill the Duke but get Miniver to step in before the people come over?
And again, you all haven't even gone over. You could just take this for what it will, and then go talk to Miniver and see what he's talking about. Like this is just somebody sharing something with you. Just,
I don't know. What do you feel about turning GrindBone over to the Veil?
And I imagine some of these conversations are happening over the course of the breakfast, where you guys are walking away through the garden, having these little like one-on-ones with each other.
Michaela's like, this dude is fucking nuts. She's like, oh, thank you. Yeah, great. Lovely guard. This guy's nuts. Michaela's trying to find, like, she's trying to flick like a silver coin up into the rafter so that Eshu will be like spying on them. Like, this will be fun. This will be fun for Eshu.
Well,
Ashton thinks I think it's a great idea to turn this over to the Veil. Or to the Veil.
Yeah, you would say that.
I mean, even if we talk to this guy and somehow convince him to let the slaves go, I can't assume that he's going to be left alone. That force is building up. So they're going to come here regardless.
And let's face it, I think like based on what Ashton probably when he probably doesn't, I'm not going to speak for you, Ashton, but I think you can speak for the things that everyone would probably know. And in that world that the Order of the Veil establishes, while they do establish a kind of dominance and an order, what comes with them is a level of protection, a level of comfort, a level of, to some degree,
a level of less funness.
So, I mean, it could be very well that it could be easy to be like, yeah, let the Order of Veil come in here and take this over and call it a day,
Oh, but this place is so fun. I mean, and sure, and they're not like totally racist right now. They got some DEI initiatives. They're letting orcs be paladins. That's nice.
What makes a night?
What's funny is what's funny is like in my thought process on that, it's everything. It's still full on racism, right? It's like there's nothing not racist about the orc. Yeah, she's a token orc, right? Like they're just like the system is systeming. but yes, I do think they,
I think Makeda would believe that the true solution or the best solution is always anti-system. So I think she definitely is like, yeah, we want to flee. What if we can free the slaves on our own, and then we can let GrindBone send.
I do love above board, Cheryl, that the place that you love so far is the worst place imaginable.
These have the most fun people.
Yeah,
I have enjoyed every NPC so
and now
far.
You know why the other group likes to operate here, because
we can't hand this over to the normies. We can't hand this over to Amazon. This is beautiful.
She's like, let's free the slaves, but keep the fuckery going, right? Like we can keep the rest of this going, right? Like,
You got to draw a line in the sand, dude. You have to have a moral.
And you all, this is what the other group is hilarious, because they don't, so they'll free slaves, and then it's so funny because the Malcolm, like the DI Malcolm, is like face palming because they'll be like, hey, we'll give you a job. So then they like put these people right back into like
sharecropping.
Yeah, they're like, we'll give you a job, like, and well, like, you can work for us, and then they're like, well, we've done our job, we're great.
Here's your money. You can spend it at the company store. Sign this contract.
Oh my god! So they're no, I'm enjoying. I'm a fly on the wall.
Maybe we need to do more research. Maybe we need to talk to Miniver to try and get a real sense of how we can possibly split this hair. Or how do you feel? Or how do you feel, Ohan? Do you think we should hand it over to the Veil?
I honestly like your idea to try to keep the veil out. My idea, my thinking is like if we can, I think you have a great idea of doing more research. If you can find somebody to take over before that's here, that's going to give them a running chance to push the veil away a little bit at least.
Like maybe Miniver, he seems pretty connected.
Just keeping them away now, that we can at least maintain that, right?
What if we take a page out of the Saturday Group's book, but instead of sharecropping, we free the slave? Even just, I feel so icky even just being like, let's free the white girl on Zoom, like, let's free the slaves, let's abolish slavery. So brave of me to say on Zoom. I'm like,
well, I mean, you free
bold stance for me to take, I know, but I think slavery is bad.
All right, so
I've had too much whiskey tonight. I'm just enjoying this. This is a great conversation.
But here's my pitch. What if, because it seems like people were really getting into the gladiator fights. What if in freeing the slaves, it becomes like the pitch is, hey, if we free these guys, they can help defend you against the veil if you give them a share. Like, you guys have all this manpower that is good at fighting and is popular, and you're just not you're not letting them defend the homestead, you know? Like, there's like, what about Gunny? Gunny could be a good leader if we wanted to really flip this place upside down.
Now, do we want Gunny to be more of a Spartacus or a Moses?
Well, considering how it ended for both of them, I would rather she be a Moses. On a long enough timeline, considering how it ended for them.
Well, let's
talk to Miniver. Let's lie to Miniver about these barrels.
Let's get like a new leader lined up, and then let's go Molotov cocktail wherever like the Duke is at, or we could talk to him. Or, it sounds like we just want to set up new leadership, a regime change.
But we need, but again, the vacuum is dangerous. We need to have the next person ready.
Yeah, and ready to immediately take the reins too, especially. So let's
lie to Miniver and then go check out how Gunny's doing.
Okay.
All right. So as we decide to up and leave, and you're leaving so soon.
We're gonna. Hey. Pops, don't worry. We are considering your proposition. What time were you gonna go meet with the Duke?
I'd probably go talk. The tithe is due by 6 p.m. this evening. As he takes his beads and wraps them.
We'll do some dinner. We're going to go do some market research.
Okay. Please don't share this with anyone what I've shared with you this day.
Absolutely not. That's what our messenger service is good for. Clandestine secretness.
I can't keep my mouth shut after I've been drinking, so I'm going to stay here with him.
Oh, Grandpa.
Let's continue to talk. I have an old chess set. It's carved in the ivory and stone pieces where the orcs and the Aldarian Empire on the other side. Would you like to play a game?
And he goes, I'm the elves.
You can be the elves. They're the white pieces.
Have you ever seen those chess sets that's like Union versus Confederacy?
Yes. My brother has brought one back from I think my mom got him she went to like Mexico, somewhere where they went, and it's interesting that the pieces are on one side they look like indigenous people, and the other side they kind of look like colonialists.
Conquistadors.
Yeah, conquistadors. Exactly. It's conquistadors, and yeah.
Oh man.
Well, 5 minutes just for me to and then we'll,
if Grandpa wants to stick around and chat, don't go getting a problem, Grandpa.
You youngins go have fun.
It's actually a pretty positive buy from Ashton. I'll take it. McKenna's like,
we like drunk Ashton. Yeah.
I mean, he did share with you his dream when we did a lap.
True. That's also true. Well, hey, Makeda will give Granddad a little pat on the back and scamper off. I need to close my blinds. Right now I'm just blaring out to anyone who walks by.
Alright, 5-minute break, right?
It's weird going from living up on the 4th floor versus now I'm only on the 2nd floor. I'm so much more conscious of people looking in my window.
Oh, come on. Okay, so I see what happened here. We lost our tabletop.
Lost our tabletop. That's
There
the
we
whole
go.
game.
Nope, let's try. Yeah, that little hiccup. Okay, there we go.
A drink?
Bathroom break?
Bathroom break, yep.
Yeah, alright.
Bathroom break, drink refill.
All right, I am back. Let's see here. Nice. Let's put these over here. Hey, buddy. That cat is so pretty. Wait, that's a different cat. No, that's Megatron, right? Oh. Yeah, so pretty. To truly be Megatron, you'd have to have red eyes, but you know.
Oh, I realized that was muted. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Megatron.
Yeah.
He turned 2 the other day.
Oh, buddy. I remember I must have not really paid attention when Sean started calling him Megatron, because like for the life of me for a while I would just like laugh at it, but I never understood why until one day you really held him up and I was like, oh, the shape of that head is definitely Megatron.
Megatron.
But what is her real name is
his real name is Goose.
His real name Goose. Okay, Goose. Both really cool names. Both of those are really cool.
Christopher Jones.
God damn it! Here we go again. You mother.
Aw, shit. Here we go again.
There we go. All right.
Also, Ohan, what email should I send my files to? Because I just bought my new Makeda files.
I'll drop it in the chat.
Perfecto. Also, Malcolm, I was trying to scope out what's it, not Valith Doom, but Zathea. The page on Legend Keeper is empty for Zathea.
Okay, I need to put some information in there because you know what it probably is. It's not empty, but I have So what happens is whenever it's a page on Legend Keeper, if it's empty, it means I've put information there as secret and I can see it. And what I usually do is copy it and take it out of secret as the information stuff that you already know, and I just need to do that. So what I need to do is like go in there and take the stuff that you know about Zathea and make it public now.
Okay.
So that's what I need.
Because I know Zathea's looking for this. I was trying to remember exactly
the Emerald Stone
gem and their girlfriend and.
Yep, that's Zathea's looking for their girlfriend's stone.
Gem,
so I should make it's still the gem. It's an emerald gem. It would be an elfin figure. I can give you her name and all that stuff. Yeah. What else am I supposed to be sharing right now?
Okay, we don't need that at the moment. I just know that because the Veil is looking for those crown gems, and I know one of the crown gems is Zathea's girlfriend. We want to make sure they don't get that.
Yep. And so I was gonna say something else, and I'm forgetting.
How late are we gonna go tonight, do you think?
We've been on for about an hour and 30. I want to say tonight, since we're mostly role playing, 9:30.
Watch us start a fight immediately.
I know 9:30 is 9:30 good for everybody. Yeah. So another hour.
As well as remember, Zathea said we would be able to contact her somehow if we had a good lead.
Yeah, Zathea's watching or whatever.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So if we get into whatever happens, if we make our way to the treasury,
like under the floorboards,
yeah.
Sort out all the gems and be like, hey, Zathea, would you like to take a look at some of these? Because we know Order of the Veils after these gems. They've got a solid hunch that it may be one of these.
Yeah.
Fair.
Because then that would be another way to interfere with the Veils.
True.
Plan.
See, you guys have been paying attention.
Did you think we weren't?
When I'm talking to Sean in boxing, I feel like Sean has not been paying attention. Sean doesn't know what the fuck is going on in the story, and he makes me feel like I am failing as a DM.
Well, I need to start. My thing is, I need to start taking better notes because I really got lazy around notes.
Yeah,
I was like, it's a different game. I don't need to take notes. I'll just remember it.
It's
like, no.
Because I started to realize, I think when I was trying to, me and Sean have had conversations, I'm like, it's heavily layered, but I'm like, is it too layered to like, is it not? Because like I've been trying to get to him. I don't think it's fun. Yeah, it's not fun for him, and I don't want it to feel like it's not fun. So I'm like trying to find something for him to focus on in gameplay that makes him feel like he's not lost every time we play the game.
It's like the Thea didn't describe the color of the gem, only the cut of the
Emerald.
gem, because she doesn't fully trust us. Because she doesn't want us to find it and then try to keep it from her as well.
I think she did share it's an emerald gem, because of the many of the rubies. That one is an emerald cut. So,
emerald cut, like the shape, but not the color.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Maybe could be. Good stuff. I think the way this is some interesting things happening, and the way this is moving. Already, you all are derailing my original plans for, I think, all of how this might play out, or I thought it might play out. But that's normal.
Also,
I wouldn't be this group if it did it.
And on another hand, we don't know Zethea's significant other gem if they want to get with Zethea.
This is true.
Because if they're like, yeah, no, I don't want to be with her, it's like, ooh, how do we deal with Zethea now? Because
that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Does the girlfriend want Zethea also?
This is true. All fair, love and war. And so I guess we can pick. Yes, I say we'll probably end around 9:30, unless we have a combat, which doesn't look like we will until you guys start some shit.
Kazan, throw a chair.
It appears that the group is wandering over to tavern of let me find the Alderhen Tavern and or Alderhome Tavern. And already, 10 a.m. in the morning, you hear a ruckus, you hear, yeah, like you walk in, the place reeks of alcohol, shire weed. Yeah, there's you look over and there's a group doing that at a table. Then another group at another table already full on to gambling. And it has to do probably with the system of, the guild, since they run the whole town. They have groups that are on work and off, those who are on guard and off. So if you're off, you're just kind of fucking around. You're just doing your thing. And so this is the place that everyone goes if they're not on shift, or you're just someone from out of town. This is where, if you're going for the pleasures of all the things, this is the place to be. Out of the back of the one of the back rooms bursts Manavir. And he's talking to like a young human female actress, and he's like, "That is not it. It is 1, 2, 3 step. 1, 2, 3 step. Why can't you get it right? You better get it right before tonight, because tonight there will be I guarantee you, if these changes tonight, not a single tomato will be thrown." And
Not a single tomato.
And he turns and sees now at this point only Makeda and Kazan walk through the door.
Yeah, we're a little thin for a fight too. So.
And he's like, he leaps onto the bar. Friends. And then he kind of like steps off as he realizes he tries to go big, and his hangover hits. And then he asks for something from the bar, made, and has something being made up, and then it slides over. It looks like a Bloody Mary. It's dark red. He swigs it back. He looks at you. Long night. Please tell me you have good word for me about my barrels, friends. Oh my God, there are 2 of you. Did the others perish?
No.
Oh, they've died. 2 of them have perished.
Well, their wounds, our hope is that their wounds will not putrefy and they will make it through.
They're alive.
At time we left them to recuperate, they were alive, though I must say, you know, with dear Ashton's age, you know,
handsome fellow for his age, but you know, he probably had seen some days in his olden times.
And we hope he will see many more, you know, as paternal as he is for all of us. We call him Grandpa. You know, he's family. We're all family. So the hope is that they will make it, but along with their wounds, we have unfortunately some bad news for you.
Come, sit down. So wait. He like moves and he walks over. There's like several thieves at a table, and he just like shakes the entire table. All the cards fall off the table and the coins, and they look like they want to stab him. And he's like, "Take it up with Unda. We have a meeting." They just like they scatter. Then he sits down and he pulls you up a chair, both of you. Okay. So was it a ghost? Because we've been betting on if it was a ghost, a demon, or other rabble rousers.
It was.
I've been betting on it being a ghost, the mistress of the castle.
I'm gonna yes and him, and I'm gonna say at first we thought it was a demon, but as the flesh putrefied and peeled away from the multi-armed body that remained behind, a woman, beautiful. It struck fear in us. She was so beautiful. We knew it could only be the mark of something from another world. But we persevered on Jumbi, our necromancer. He knows how to put the dead back where they belong. But the bad news for you then becomes... And she'll pull out the, like, beer-stained chunk of wood that she kept from the busted barrel and, like, ta-da!
All the beer? You're telling me there was none?
Just chunks of barrel. I don't know how many. You didn't give us a number for how many you were expecting, but we searched the place. Didn't even find any treasure. I don't know what the old bitch was trying to protect, but, you know, sorry. And then I'm watching his reaction.
Cece,
I'm watching his reaction.
We're changing Act 3. I've got a new ending, and it's gonna be great. Now wait.
I'm watching his reaction. I'm watching his reaction.
He looks at Makeda. Bane persuasion check.
Bane persuasion. Okay. Oh god damn it! It's a dragon, but it's Bane, so I have to roll again.
Missy, I was born.
Another dragon.
Oh.
2 dragon. Okay, wait. Where's my phone? I'm gonna take a picture. Hands up.
God damn it.
Exceedingly, that's crazy.
So he goes.
The only time a double dragon is good.
I
So
know,
he goes.
I'm sick of it.
Double dragon. Oh my god.
Oh my god, a double dragon.
You're serious? You found that's it? So this.
Sorry to say, we spent the whole night in that place, digging up and digging down, and there was more wood, and I don't know if you wanted it. I figured I would just bring it to you so you'd know that we weren't trying to cheat you out of your money, you know, saying that we didn't find anything.
All the barrels smashed, and we
probably when the demon was fighting those people who disappeared going up there, you know.
I'm a dead man.
What? No, it's just beer, you know. How are you a dead man?
What you're telling me, I believe you. But that's impossible. That means the barrels, the others, have been carried away. Because if they were all smashed, we wouldn't be here. This entire place would be leveled to the ground. Because I didn't tell you this before, but several of those barrels were filled with the most potent alchemical agent to be ever been created, dragonfire. And it was so important for us to have access to that dragonfire that Duke Unda is either going to have my head, or the Order of the Veil is going to have all of our heads when they decide to uproot this place. You see, so I'm sorry that your information is going to be the death of me and the death of my last play. Okay?
Oh, Miniver, wait, no, don't fall into despair. And Makeda's gonna elbow Kazan, like, tell me out here. It's like, your artistry, we have to save it. Are we like out in public? Like we're like out in the middle of like the tavern? I
think after he realizes after you're your dragon, he goes, come, let's walk. I can't, and he like leaves and goes outside walk and talk.
Jogging and keep up with them because our little legs are so small.
As you get outside and he gets there, he spins around and he's like, I believe you, but the Duke is not going to believe that I can't find those barrels. And he has like almost tears in his eyes. He's like, your word is the death of me, but I'm going to pay you what I thought if you would have actually delivered me something, I was going to pay you 200 silver and 200 and this 20 gold. I'll give you the 200 silver for you at least trying. But you've given me nothing to go on, nothing to go back to my boss on.
Well, it's funny. It's funny you should say that. Let's keep walking.
And he starts
start walking towards like the slave pen area.
Yeah.
Because before we talked to you, we had a really interesting conversation with the priest over at the temple.
Yeah?
Now, I know you're a wordsmith. As a fellow wordsmith, you're aware of the phrase, the enemy of my enemy is my friend?
I am.
So you could almost say that with the Duke so unfairly holding this against you, like what were you gonna do against this giant demon? Took out 2 of our party, put him down for the count. Countless others, you said, had gone looking for it. It almost seems like you and maybe the priest have a little bit of a common enemy in the Duke right
now. Hamedis told you he has a problem with the Duke?
Well, it sounds like the whole Order of the Veil has a problem with the Duke right now, which, not to, tell tales, but I'm not really a fan of that Order of the Veil either. I would like to see GrindBone at least still be GrindBone, at its core. What a tragedy it would be if GrindBone was taken over by those fascists.
That would be a tragedy. That is why what I asked you to find me was so important. Because if we had our precious dragonfire, I had a plan that I had presented. My plan, of course, not the Duke's.
Well, of course. Like, is the Duke going to be coming up with these plans?
What did I tell you?
Inventing?
Didn't I tell you we had a gift for the Order?
You did say that. I assume you were going to send them this dragonfire.
We're going to send them the dragonfire. And as I've been thinking, this brain, we see, this smart brain of mine I've been trying to figure out. Once we give them the dragonfire, they would have taken it into the Fort Arion, most likely stored it in the cellar, in the basement where the support pillars are weakest. And there, we would need one sacrificial soul who's willing to light the flame and blow the entire place to smithereens. But then I thought, when I saw you, and I saw your friend, Jumbi, and his skeletons, I thought we could send a skeleton to light the fires that would blow away the Order of the Veil. And you've told me you failed, and so...
I failed, but, I think the gods might be smiling on us because, as heaven would have it, we are in possession of a single bottle of dragon flame. Not a barrel, but in our travels, we managed to buy and hold on for a rainy day. A single bottle. Not enough for the fort, but maybe enough to get this weight off your back. A certain Duke-sized weight.
Bane bartering check. Metaverse starting to be like, wait, what?
Miniver, come on, I like your name, boy. Bro, you look great. Let's hang out. I dig your vibe, man. You got like peaches. What are those peaches? Let's be friends. Bartering. That's a demon and a dragon. God damn it!
A demon and you rolled a what? Wow.
I'm pushing.
You rolled a demon and a dragon?
Yes.
But how'd you get a boon? Wait, did I get? Oh, did I baned
you gave
it?
Me Bane, so it's a dragon.
So if I baned it, you can't push it. It's a demon. It's a demon.
Kazan, you might need to kill him. Kazan, we might need to kill him. Kazan, we might need to kill this guy.
He goes, oh, interesting.
Kazan's like looming behind him with the sword out.
You just purchased somewhere a bottle of
no, not purchase.
Dragonfire?
We're adventurers. We happen across things. We were in a hag lair. You know how it is with hags. They have bits and bobs of every kind.
Mention the magnificent dude.
Oh yeah. We also, bought. We passed by a certain alchemist. And I wave my little orange scarf at him, which means nothing to him. But
he turns to you and he goes, "Stop it. You're a good bullshitter, but you're trying to bullshit one of the best. And you even told me when you said you went up there, I caught you. You said there was no demon, but a beautiful woman. And then you just said that the demon, and then you just mentioned the demon again.
We thought it was a demon.
Whatever happened up there, I'm not sure I completely believe you, but I'm starting to try to understand whose side you're actually on in this.
We're on our side. And you can be on our side too, if you play your cards right.
You have a bottle of Dragonfire is powerful, but a bottle is not going to level Fort Arion. I was supposed to go to Duke Unda today and tell them that we had barrels of Dragonfire.
Duke Unda's on the way out. Right? Fort Arion is coming. They want him out. They're hiring assassins. And when that vacuum opens, when Duke Unda's gone and there's no one to turn to, those elves are going to come in here and they're going to clean this place up. They're going to drive you all out. But what we're offering is a different road. No Vale and no Duke. I mean...
What would keep me from marching over to Duke right now and tell him of your betrayal?
Well, I mean, it sounds like the kind of thing you'd say to save your ass. I mean, you did tell us that he wants you dead because you lost these barrels. Don't shoot the messenger that we found out that you made a mistake. I mean, is the Duke a big fan of yours? Comes to all your plays? Thinks your plot twists in the third act are novel?
Okay, so if we are starting this conversation over, what is it that you're suggesting?
And hopefully we've been strolling towards the slave pens.
Yeah.
And Makeda can gesture and go, a new social contract. Without the manpower kept down in those cages, you guys don't have the manpower to fight off the Vale. But if you take out the Duke, put someone in charge who maybe could lead all of these people to join rank with the scalawags and thieves, kind of like playing with his scarf a little bit, then maybe you guys actually stand a chance and can keep GrindBone instead of turning GrindBone into Fort Arion II.
Okay, and shouldn't I worry about you making such promises and then trying to take me out as well? And then what would keep you all from running the show?
Well, we got a business to run.
Yeah. We don't want to run this show. We need somebody else to run this for us.
Someone lovable.
All right.
Someone affable. Someone charming.
So maybe I'm in considering you are able to let me in on where. So what is the plan if I am considering this? I know you. There must be more than one bottle of Dragonfire. And who are we planning to use it on?
We have one more line of inquiry to explore, because while I'm sure you can hold sway over a lot of the people here in GrindBone, the people down there in those pens are going to need to be convinced, and we have a certain wolfkin in mind to lead the population to freedom.
You want Big Gunny to be the face of this?
Not the face of it, but we at least need her involved, right? Like, no offense, but are the slaves, once they're freed, are they going to want to follow the guy that didn't worry about them while they were enslaved? Or are they going to want to follow one of their own who's now trusted with power?
Maybe I'm confused, but I thought I was going to take over.
Oh yeah, you can take over. You can take over. You can be the head of everything, but you're going to need Gunny by your side to keep hold of that power.
Swipe hand, a clink keys are in hand, and Gunny is lying in her chamber with another fellow wolf folk that gets up and grabs her cloak and saunters out as
good to be the winner, I guess.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it's like, yeah, what's happening? Is there another fight? And Manavir is like, yeah. And Manavir just kind of like lets you step in. I remember you. What do you want?
Maybe Kazan wants to do because you're the fighter guy.
How would you like to be a member of a guard instead of a gladiator?
How would I like to be what? Say it, come again? I'm sorry, it was a long night. It's like 12 in the afternoon, like Gunny's just waking up, like, what? What? Come again.
I'm trying to think about how to angle this with that.
Maybe Makeda will come in to start things off.
Am I fighting you today?
No, we're not.
No, we actually are here with a proposition.
Proposition.
A lot of changes might be coming to this town, and this town's gonna need someone to not entertain or to be a slave, but to protect people and guard. With A.
What makes this be? This could be some kind of trick. Why are you coming to me, offering me such? Because I won a few fights.
Oh, I definitely think that you're gonna have plenty of fights. But aren't you tired of just fighting the same old matches? I mean, aren't some of your matches fixed for the rich people?
Manavir, give me a blade to slice this one's throat. Fixed? He goes, give me something. You want to go toe to toe? And she like leaps up, claws out. Let's do it right here. I'll show you fixed.
Like, Like,
I'm just gonna
hey,
put just the Queen's Blade down. Like, no. I'm not accusing you of anything. But what I'm saying is that if things change in the city, we need someone to protect it. Someone with experience. Someone with a brain.
What makes you think that I have leadership, the abilities that you seek, and what makes you think I want such a role?
I didn't think you'd want to be a slave anymore.
Hit her with the fact you're asking all these questions.
I don't want to be a slave, but that doesn't mean I want to lead anything. I could, if you're giving me my freedom, I could leave and go back to my pack.
freedom isn't always something that you can just take and leave. Sometimes freedom is something you need to defend. And what if we told you it wasn't just freedom for you, but freedom for everyone in this place?
I'll take persuasion checks from both Kazan. You haven't been rolling, so I'm gonna take Kazan. I'm gonna give you a roll here tonight, and I want it to be a boon from. So you're getting a boon because of the help of Makeda. So it's your roll, but it's your persuasion check.
A bad persuasion.
Persuasion. Uno.
You can.
Oh my god.
You push twice, and both are fails.
Well,
or is
it was a boon, right?
It was a boon.
Oh, so it's a boon. Okay, so both are fails. So you can then push. You can push. So with persuasion, if you want to roll a boon, you can right click and then you can actually click boon, so it'll roll them both at the same time, just for the future if you want to do that. But if you want to push, if that's the first roll, you can then push again and then roll boon again. If you want, just tell me which condition you're going to take from the fail.
I'm going to take. Yeah, I'm gonna take angry. By this right now. Roll a boon.
Please.
Pass.
Oh,
Yes.
pass. Okay.
Your righteous anger.
As you're leaning in, that kind of angry snarl, like they probably come nose to nose at some point, hyena to wolfkin,
Like,
and then she's like, she goes, "All right, well, if it helps my other brethren, I don't see kinship here. Every one of these people in these pens deserves to go free. Ogre, orc, halfling, human, dwarf. It doesn't matter.
Yes, solidarity.
I will entertain. But remember, you're not the first who's come here with stories of fantasy and freedom. And I will wait. But I am interested if you can be good on your promise.
That is all we need.
We need you to get the people ready for when the time comes.
You'll know when the time comes. And when that time comes, we need you to be ready to support. I'm going to lean over to McKenna. Like, should we just tell them who we have in line?
You've got Gunny's on board. So if you don't want to give me Gunny's on board.
Tell her that we're setting up. Well, specifically, I want it to be that it's going to be her and Miniver in partnership. The pitch. Not just she's following Miniver's
when you do it,
orders,
she goes, like she goes, like, but okay. She's like, she'll agree to that. Miniver at the same time gives you access to the pins. He goes, after this talk with Gunny, he then shares with you. Okay, so what is the plan if we are going to do this? Because originally he just lays his cards on the table. He was going to share. If you all had all the barrels, the goal was to then send a squad. What's funny is Menevere shares that he was going to lead. He was going to have Gunny be the leader of the group that delivered the barrels
Oh,
to Fort Arion. But that's no longer the play. And so he's wondering, if you only have a bottle of this, what is it that we're planning to do with it? Also, if he shares with you, if he's willing to, if he goes to the Duke and tells them that they have at least a bottle of it, he doesn't know what kind of reaction he's going to get. He knows that the Duke likes to entertain. He knows that he doesn't know what you all want. If you're trying to kill the Duke or uproot him, you need an audience with him. So
well, we have dinner with the priest, so we can tell him that at 6 we're gonna go get dinner with him.
Well, if the priest has dinner, has audience with the Duke at 6, but you all don't.
I thought Jaime was gonna invite us along as his +4.
If we can, so that's the issue, is if Hamadas can get us in there.
Okay, either Hamadas get us in there, we can maybe go as envoys of like, hey, we're the ones that were checking out that barrel situation for you from Miniver, and we have an update for you if you want to let us in over dinner. We have a message.
Miniver's gonna lean in here. Maybe this is because of the demon that you got, and go,
yeah,
listen, you gotta tell him you got more. You've got at least a barrel. You gotta if you think you're gonna, you gotta let me in on this. If we've got, I can't go in there and tell him I've got a bottle. Here comes the.
Can I do insight? Can I just double, triple check insight? Talk with another person. You can roll awareness to determine whether that person is telling the truth. You cannot tell. Or maybe I'll do intuition. It's a little bit higher of a willpower, but I'll do an intuition.
Can you hear me?
I don't want your face here.
Yes, okay. But now I also hear a baby voice.
There he is.
Okay,
Come on.
She said she wants only because
Ducky time.
She wants to say goodnight only because you're on your game.
Okay, come on, Amy.
Does she know when you're gaming? And that's why she comes in.
Does.
Cute.
On camera and look shy.
There's Emmy.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
What is it? Say hi.
Ducky.
That's coming.
Yes. Yes.
Hey.
Get him.
Oh, they want to say hi to you. They miss you.
Emery, we wanted
She
to say
only says
hi.
Ducky. Like I didn't even. I was like, let me not say Ducky, and then she still said Ducky. All right. Oh, love. Okay,
Get him. Get him.
It goes. The dog is here. Everybody's here. All right. Oh.
Hi, Jen in the background.
They said hi, Jen, in the background.
Oh, hi.
Get him. Yeah, get him.
They're saying get him. Why do I just? Okay.
You took your hat off, Malcolm. You took
I don't
your hat
know what it is. I get all this. She doesn't do this any other time.
I think she knows that this is a fighting game. I think she wants to
Yes,
participate.
she knows something and she wants to participate. All her adrenaline, it all comes to the headbutting, all of it. It's only during she shows out for you all in the show. Because even when I have work meetings in the morning and she'll want to get on a call, she likes to be more shy. But for this, she does this whole.
We know you're so tough, Emmy. We know you're
Sure,
strong.
everyone wants to say.
Hi, Emmy. Hi. Emmy.
Okay, that's enough. All right. Thank you for showing up. Okay.
Good night.
I miss you. Good night. Love you.
Whoa.
Good night.
Whoa.
Take your book. Have a good night. Have a good sleep. I'll see you later, okay? Okay, for crashing the game. We're going to bed, so we're going to get off soon. Okay. So, Mommy's taking... She's not supposed to be picking... Mommy's not supposed to be picking you up. Emmy, Mommy's not supposed to be picking you up. Hey. Okay, she's got her. All right. Good night. Bye, both of you. Bye. Bye, Donnie. All right, you want to say hi to everybody. Come here. Well, come say
Whole
hi.
family's here. Whole family's
Yeah.
here.
Okay. All right.
About a week and a half, buddy.
Getting the whole shebang. All right. Bye.
Malcolm's like,
Wait.
my
You saying?
lobster's too buttery. My family's too cute. They all love me so much.
She said I don't want to see your face. I want to go on them to see my face.
Okay, they saw you, Emmy. Good night. See you later, bud. All right. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. All right. So that's becoming a welcome.
She's so big.
She is so big now. Crazy, right? So yeah, no, this is all going according to plan. So
Oh yeah, I was gonna insight check.
Hey, I love you.
Again.
I know, but I gotta finish.
Mommy loves the
Thank you. Love you too. Love you all both. All right. Thank you, Emmy. Good night.
I'm gonna intuition for 3 willpower, Malcolm, and ask you: do I think Miniver has what it takes to finish the deal? Do I feel like he's gonna stick through this deal with us? Do I think he's gonna run and tell if we? Is he on the up and up?
Yeah, that's good. That's a really good one, and I would say that you get the feeling that. Here's what I'll say: Menavir is a weasel, a bit, but I'd say if you had to judge it right now, it's 80-20. There's like a 20% chance that he turns on you as long as you can provide your end of the bargain. He is likely only to turn if it goes completely south for him. I think you can read that in his character. I think what you feel is that he doesn't necessarily like being under the thumb of the Duke. And so if he can usurp him, and it might be easier for him to run a better town without slavery, and because I don't think that would be his shtick. It wouldn't be his thing to run. But if the town was more free and open, I think what he might need to negotiate is his safety and some kind of guard or strength. Because right now, a bunch of thieves run the town, and the only person that used to provide safety was the old.
And he'll have Gunny.
And he'll have Gunny. So if you can try to trust Gunny, and here's the good thing, because if you're getting the kind of crosshairs that he's giving Gunny her perks and things for being like a good gladiator and things like that. So hopefully Gunny doesn't turn around and kill him later. But yeah, so
but Makeda will lean forward. I'm imagining us in like a shady shack, like a back room.
Yep.
Makeda's gonna lean forward and she's gonna look at him and she's gonna say, "Remember earlier when I said that our 2 guys were injured?
Yeah.
They're not. And remember earlier when I said we only had 1 bottle of Dragon Flame?
Yeah.
We got all of it.
I figured you would. Okay.
So we're playing with a fuller deck than I was playing at first.
And so could we kill 2 birds with 1 stone? Maybe get rid of Unda and the Order?
Might be. I don't know about getting rid of the Order. Our grandpa's kind of fond of them for some stupid reason. But you think the Order might want?
That's fine. Maybe we keep a stash, but I guarantee you they're up to no good. Those aren't.
I don't know. Maybe we keep that in the back pocket. We get things settled here, put them on the back foot. But at the very least, if it means setting free the people here who need it and setting up for success against the Order, we might want to take the Duke. We're definitely taking the Duke out.
So let me just put this out here, since if you even have a bottle of Dragonfire, there's 2 ways we can go about this. I could get you an audience with the Duke. I could get you into dinner and we could sit around and laugh and giggle. And I can tell you that there will be killers behind closed doors. There will be killers in the ceiling. In case anything goes wrong, the Duke will be prepared to defend his life to the death. Or I can tell you when he's in that house and you could torch it and burn it to the ground.
Now, the problem there is that he has certain things we would like to be in possession of. That if this stuff is as volatile as you say, we don't want to risk.
I mean, You may have to just hope that the treasure survives in the basement if you want to do it the clean way. Yes, that's true. You could burn all of your profit away. Makes sense. You have a point. I just say there's the easy way and there's the hard way. Sounds like for the sake of the treasure, we were doing this the potentially hard way.
We really like treasure, Miniver.
I really like treasure as well.
We're really
which
big
I
fans
think
of treasure.
probably a fan that we'd split the treasure 50-50.
Well, I mean, we are giving you tithing rights and taxing rights here at GrindBone. You know, we're not really looking for a long-term profit out of this from you, so maybe more like 65, 35. We walk away with 65, you get to keep proceeds.
Bane bartering check.
I mean, I could go up if he wants to counteroffer. I lowballed him.
I mean, he's getting like paid for a lifetime. We're just getting one slump fee, you know.
True. It's a success though. 6 and a 4.
65. 60-40?
60-40. Deal.
Shakes hand. Well, we have a deal. I guess I should try to get us, if you trust me, to go talk to the Duke. I should try to get us well, here's the thing. Try to get us a dinner arrangement.
Dinner arrangement might be nice. We still have to check in with.
Yeah, how do you all want to do this? What's the plan? Like, because we don't have to rush it. I don't know if you all want to move on. Like,
I think we definitely want to make sure that Ashton and Jumbie are on board with this plan. So we might need to go check in and see how drunk Ashton is.
Now, and for the sake of the game, like above board, this probably isn't going to happen tonight, right?
Yeah,
like,
we'll probably wait to check.
It's not going to happen tonight, but. I mean, I want to know, like, because again, you guys are doing some shady dealings and the longer you let things, it probably feels like the quicker you move on things, the less likely there are more voices to, more people to like whittle their way into this. But it also lessens the amount of time you have to plan for how you do this, right? And so,
I mean, kind of sounds like we ambush him at dinner, no?
I mean, well, there's more to this too. So like, we should definitely all be together to ambush him at the dinner, but then we should maybe also coordinate with the gladiators to take out the pillars on the top and then on the outside to secure the building on the outside while we surgically take out the stuff on the inside.
Yeah. Plus, there's where are the slave owners? Like, where are the people who own the slaves? We need to be taking them out early. Potentially.
So if you are actually, if you're actually thinking about, so Miniver is a little worried because if you plan on overthrowing GrindBone in the night, he's starting to think more about this and like, so you're.
What if we ask him to dinner?
Miniver would probably attend if he can.
It'd be better if we can get all the top people, like all the owners with him.
Yeah, we use Saturday Group's villa and we invite...
I would say that here's the thing. This has probably been tried before, and ever since, well, what I'll tell you is Miniver would share with you that the last time, a year ago, literally a year ago, another group came into their town and caused the slavers got into a full-on brawl with the guild, and that night several slaves escaped. It was the slave guild was burned to the ground. So he's recapping this in that things like this have happened before in GrindBone, but what he's worried about is it doesn't necessarily help change power positions because there's always just whoever's stronger, and even if he's going to step into play, what he's worried about is you probably do need to kill, like you said, his lieutenants, people in the room. Stronger guild people who are part of the thieves need to go up, and so we need to die. He wonders what part your little bottle of dragon flame might play in that, because uprooting some form a grand fire, something that really changes the scape.
Well, we have all the barrels also.
If you use even just a bottle of it here, maybe that's devastating enough to like change the landscape. And
I do not like that I am carrying it around on my.
He knows that's you don't want to use it on the house because that's where the treasure is. But I wonder, could it be used as a diversion? Could it be used around slave pens? Could it be used at the could Miniver's like, could I get most of the thieves to gather for my precious tavern?
Amphitheater maybe, or.
And are you willing to sacrifice innocence, such as, because some folks may be there, those attending with those guild members. For example, even if you were to blow up like the house right now, you could walk over and destroy, and you would kill Dukunda. But he probably has servants in the house. He probably has people. So at any given time, he's probably got like 6 or 7 servants in the house. So there is a chance of collateral damage. This is Miniver here talking. You don't have to do this at all. He's trying to give you he's trying to consider an easier way
I kind of like
to not have to
like
fight,
losing innocence.
To not have to, because there is a chance that if this goes, the worst case, it goes sideways and you have to fight the rest of the guild until they give up. And they're like 40 men deep.
That's a lot of people.
So do we lighten that load through Dragonfire at least, right? And then that leads you to now. What he was trying to tell you is if you go to dinner, because he describes like the ceilings are like it's not paper, but it's like in a traditional Japanese housing, how the walls, the ceilings are like paper. And so they're always on the scaffolds. There are like 5 killers.
God, it's gonna be kill and wear the flag.
They will drop through the ceilings at a given point. Because he's not gonna invite you to dinner and not be ready. He describes because Manaver is just giving you the sauce, the secret sauce, like that he didn't give the other group. Like there are usually at least 2 crossbowmen in the walls, right? Like watching the dinner, ready to shoot people in the throat. And then he usually has some magic dampening crystals in the room. They don't kill magic, but they dampen in magic power.
Well, we also have until dinner. If we can sneak in or bribe someone to get rid of those crystals before the dinner.
Yeah.
Like we still have
Gunny,
time
we could get one of the servants to go in and maybe try to move something.
Yeah, we can make movements on the periphery while we get ready for this dinner. Because you said it's like noon, so we have like 6 hours to get every duck in a row, every mallard in a row.
Yeah, I'm listening. So I'll stop there as Miniver, giving you all the, and then what I'm thinking is what we're gonna slowly start to wind down here. But I'll ask you all the things that you asked for and that you're putting in place right now is probably what's putting in place for our next session for what the possibilities are. So I'll give us 5 to 10 minutes for you all to talk amongst each other. What you're either talking to each other about, what's the like if this is the Ocean's 11, what's the plan? What's the plot? What notes do I need to take? And then I will try. Then Miniver, Gunny, and I'll, based on all successes that you've made this game, we'll try to execute the best they can between now and next session.
Here's an idea. So he has his guild members, guild lieutenants. What if we spread a rumor amongst the guild lieutenants that this dinner meeting with the priest is going to involve the Duke acquiescing to letting Fort Aryan move in? And we get them mad at him and we get them pissed at him before this dinner, so that they think when they see the priest coming in that this is him about to go and negotiate surrendering to Fort Aryan.
And Ashton can tag along to that dinner, which would enforce that.
Yes.
As well as Ashton can go in earlier.
Now, considering, is Ashland okay with all this? Because this is all happening where Ashland seems to not.
Ashton's drinking. He's playing.
But I guess Ashton would be okay because Ashton does. This isn't against. So nothing you all are sharing is against the Order of the Veil so far, just against this group. So, yeah.
We don't want to blow up. I don't think we want to blow up the Order of the Veil yet.
That's surprising. By the way,
at time of recording.
At time of recording,
we don't think we can handle that smoke. We need to. We're settling our sights.
But
small.
that's what's so crazy about it, because with what you have, you literally have the game changer that could wipe them out, and instead you're deciding to wipe out this little small time folks. But yeah, it's like I can see it both ways. Don't let me change. I like where we're going. Don't let me change anything.
I mean, I was gonna suggest Ashton goes with the priest for scouting purposes.
Like you go before dinner, you go
can't bring
earlier.
a whole group, but he can bring someone that looks like they're from the order.
Yeah, spread some rumors to the guild people, get them mad at the Duke. Maybe have Gunny or Miniver start to get some of the like servant wheels greased and get them to move some crystals, get them to, head out, take the night off. And so then we go into dinner and maybe we can fight our way out. Maybe we can, because I don't want to really, because then again, with the Dragon Flame, I don't want to use the Dragon Flame for this, if only because then if we do want to take out Fort Aryan, we'll need that.
Oh no! Remember when Manavir was saying, "Can you use some?" He was talking about like a bottle of like that little bottle that you bottle. Yeah, he's not saying use a. I think a barrel of that would level the settlement. Yeah. No, he's like, do you use a part of it to cause a diversion, or a?
Or throw it like a Molotov cocktail.
Exactly. Please don't. And please know that as a Molotov cocktail, it will do much more than a Molotov cocktail. So Molotov it's a small Molotov mini bomb. Like it will level like the house, right? Like that. That's what I'm saying. I think what you're imagining could happen to the house if you throw it as like if you walk into the Duke's house, it's likely that it levels the house and creates a crater where the house was. Like it will destroy. So it's a insta, no bad guy, no fight. You could just end it. But yeah, you may have to go digging for whatever treasure is left.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Because the Duke really wants these barrels. So we
Sounds like it.
Because that's another rumor we could circulate is someone else has the barrels outside the town, and then he would send people to try to get those barrels.
Like if we said that we went and checked it out and we found tracks or something, and it's like, someone absconded with them, you ought to go send some guys. If you send them real fast, they might catch them. That's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
At least as a way to whittle some of the forces we have to deal with down.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's an idea. I'm writing that down.
All warfare is based.
I'm also just, in the back of my head, I'm like imagining a future where we, let's say, knock on wood, we succeed. We set Miniver and Gunny up in charge, free the slaves, hallelujah. But then, like next Saturday group's gonna come through here and be like, what the fuck, we like that guy, and then they're gonna overthrow Miniver and Gunny and they're gonna put someone else in charge. And then
I highly doubt it.
And we're gonna be like, fuck this guy, where's Miniver and Gunny? We're gonna cut them off and put some new people. We're just whittling.
I will say I don't think White Saturday Group is a big fan of Duke Unda probably as well, and so I don't think there's any like allegiances. I will tell you that there's no allegiances above board.
They didn't have the means to deal with it, is what it sounds like to me.
Well, if what they did is they dealt with the first two major factions, and then they made a deal with Duke Unda, so Duke Unda is why they get their percentages, which will be a problem because you are changing the face of percentages that they get, because now Manavir, they will have to do all negotiations with Manavir when they come back. And I don't know what that's going to, maybe Manavir's an easy pushover for them, and that's fine. But Duke Unda is the last person they've done negotiations with because they got rid of the slavers and they got rid of the original sheriff, and they allowed Duke Unda, they propped up Duke Unda as their as their leader. So
well, them's the breaks.
Yeah,
Empires
sounds
fall,
like
empires rise.
politics as usual in this little town.
Our
We like
pockets are
GrindBone.
filled while theirs get a little emptier. Oops.
Okay.
Hashtag keep GrindBone scummy.
So are we thinking about trying to get, so there's a lot of things I'm hearing here. So just let me know what the main points I need to put notes on. Are we actually going to try to move the crystals around in the house? Are we still going to go to dinner?
Yes.
Are we trying to
I think
get, yeah.
We have 6 hours. I have a list. We are going to try and move the crystals, try and get Miniver to bribe or grease some wheels for the servant girls, get Gunny to send in some people, move the crystals.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time that we are going to start circulating a rumor that the Duke is going to be capitulating, probably for GrindBone, use a different word than capitulate, use a smaller word than capitulate.
Mm-hmm.
That the Duke is selling people out. He's going to turn for the Veil. And then when we do go to dinner, with Ashton prominently leading the priests so that our story makes sense, when we go to dinner, we inform him that, hey, quick, we just checked out the cave, we found your barrels, they've been taken, you got to send some people after them, and hopefully he will send some of the killers to go hunt down whoever it is took the barrels.
Diversion. Okay.
So then that way, no crystals, we have a diversion, and if things go sideways, he's not going to be able to call in any allies because we will have already seeded the rest of the Thieves Guild people that tides are shifting, winds are blowing.
Okay.
And then take him out. Probably in combat, unfortunately, because I really don't want to kill innocents, but we'll see what Jumbi maybe has to contribute next time.
I'm with it. Anything else?
And Slave Uprising.
And anything else that anyone else wants to contribute before we close out tonight? I think it's all good ideas. I think I have my marching orders set out for what you're asking of Minavir, other people in the group, other people in the city. There might be some roles and things that I might ask for at the beginning of the next game, but this is all good stuff. Anything else?
How'd the chess games go?
Oh yeah. Give me your.
How drunk were you guys?
It's a good place to.
Increasingly drunk, sloppy chess.
That's Constitution at that point, right?
What would that be? Can I have a
Constitution, and then depending on how the Constitution check goes, an intelligence
check?
Yeah,
I like that. Give me a Constitution check, and then if you can get, I'll give you you and him make a opposed Constitution. I think his Constitution is, I'm gonna say it's a 10. I'm gonna roll it at a Bane, since of how. Oh, you can both roll them at. We both do Constitution checks at Bane, but I'm sure you're.
I failed.
but it's a, so who felt the worst? Because I got 7. Oh, so it looks like he beat you. Let's do best out of. Let's get one more. So he beat you first game. Best out of 3. Best out of.
Another 17.
Oh, he beat you second game. So he continues to work. He's like, oh man, you're a little. Oh, you gotta work on that. But he kind of sits back, and for a moment, you and him are sitting there, kind of some butterflies kind of fluttering in the garden. And he goes, huh. He goes, tell me, old man. Do you think we can bring righteousness and justice back to these wild lands? Is there hope for the Empire?
Well, if the right people gain the right following, the right power.
I guess I'll drink to that. To the Emperor?
The Emperor.
To the Emperor. And they clash cups. And we kind of linger on that, whether Ashton is playing too, or maybe or maybe Ashton is looking to see the rise of a new emperor. We won't know for now, but we'll leave our session there with the two old men having a drink in a garden, with the chess pieces from a game that they've played. And as we kind of push up over Bone Grind and kind of pull out, the chessboard kind of begins to kind of like overlay. We kind of like fade to from the chessboard to the land that we see, as we see like Fort Orion and see the armies moving, seeing the camp, knowing that that things are underfoot in all places in the Ashlands. Good game. Well,
I see you with your parallels, Jameson. I see you with your if the right people get enough power.
If the right people get the right power and the right following. Because you could be a person with power but have no one to follow you, and that's going to crumble.
Yeah.
You could be the right person with the right following, but if you don't got the right power to enforce it, you can't defend it. So you need all three of those.
I was
your furry grandkids.
I texted halfway through this session. I said, I told Sean halfway through, I said, "You're missing a really good session." Like,
No.
He said, "I bet." And using Jumbie as an
Jumbie's sleeping. He's having a nap. He's gonna be well rested.
Do you want me to explain the scroll flashback?
Oh, yes, if you wish. Yeah.
Yeah. So, essentially, you know how there's that area of massive desert, which is why no one really crosses through that area.
Mm-hmm.
In the past, there may have been an oasis there, so like a checkpoint in the desert where people could stop, re-up, and then cross through. And Ashton may have been given a dragon scroll to obliterate that oasis.
Jeez.
Which, if you know anything about desert cultures,
that's a big no.
Doing something like that to an oasis is very frowned upon.
Yeah, we know the Nabet Pass. We know a lot of people. It's a hard place to cross right now. So that's interesting if that was the case.
Like I had that in the backstory originally.
Granddad, what did you do?
An oasis, but when he showed the map and explained that, I was like, area
like
where that would make sense to have happened.
Oh yeah, I that tracks with kind of it even tracks with some of my lore about that area. So yeah, like I'll let that say that makes some sense.
Ashton will never travel in that area because
I don't think anyone's been up there. And what I will say is the interesting fact that so in season 1, if you were in Daru, I mentioned there is some lore about an evil sorcerer or something that lives up there. Like everyone dreads this part of the land, this like kind of like sand. And in the beginning of season 2, you all met the messengers who came through with the beetles on them. They come from the Nabet Pass. And then in tonight's vision, we don't know what visions Jumbie had, but in tonight vision, there was an army of skeletons who came forth pouring sand from them, and it's likely that vision is from the Nabet Pass. So a lot of interesting stuff going on up there. So yeah, I think what's interesting is that we've been playing, and I think you guys have been playing in just about this area. Your travels have taken you just around in there. And then I've updated the map, so now you'll notice there is, because the group went to the Twera Uplands, so now there's some clouds here, and there's another location here from their travels. I'll need to update your travels as well. So yeah, the map continues to populate. Interesting things continue to happen, and so yeah, good stuff. Exciting. It's interesting because I will say, like, I thought the original plan was to just have them talk to Miniver and bring the barrels back, and then Miniver be like, "Hey, I need a group to go decimate Fort Orion," versus the old priest saying, "I need someone to kill Duke Unda," and you guys decide to do like yes and like do something like completely in between, so like completely
knowledge is power. We knew the barrels were there. Knowledge is power, and I think Jumbie wouldn't have wanted us to do the Duke's bidding without freeing the slaves anyway. So
makes sense. It makes sense. So I like
my
it.
Things really quick.
yeah, let's roll for your 4 successes. Any dragons or demons you rolled, those will get a success as well. If you feel like you play to a weakness, you can call that out. That would be your potential 5th. Well, actually, tonight's episode, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say there are not 4 because there was no fight tonight. There was no conflict. Actually, where's my book? Oh, my book's downstairs. Let me see. What does it say? Let me go.
That's fine. I only got 1 anyway.
Let me see. If I go to, unless it reads, let me read the Dragonbane folder. Go to my Dragonbane rules.
I feel like I played to my elf supremacy.
You did. You did. I think you did. But before I'll go to find experience. So I might have you roll for 1 less, but let me make sure I feel that way. I might be wrong.
Like role play, there's like 1 for showing up, essentially.
Yeah.
Freebie. 1 for role play, 1 for actually playing the flaw, and then I think 1 for combat.
Yeah, for a challenge. And I don't really think there was one of those intense challenges that you really need to deal with. So because of that, I'll say there were 3 plus any dragons or demons is what I'll roll tonight's session. So, which is, I kind of, it's not a bad thing. It just kind of, if anything, it's not taking anything away. It just keeps us from leveling up too fast if we don't need to. Yeah.
Nothing for the mentalism.
Yep, we'll keep it at 3 for tonight.
Evade is always good to get up. That's a negative on the evade.
I finally got my swords caught up with my hammer skill.
Yay.
Stabs. Come on, that's a 19. That would have been way better for something else, but stabs to 15. Better with my shtick. And 1 more thing to increase. Bushcraft, because I made a bushcraft check.
Nice.
Nat 20. So that's
Hey.
the bushcraft. Which I would have much rather had for my mentalism and necroticism, but do it.
Yeah, I like the way you guys are playing this. This is interesting. It's keeping me on my toes.
I like Miniver. I want him to live.
Yeah.
Little weasel. I love little weasel. Who is he? Who is he from Game of Thrones? Who's the guy that? Not as. Who's the? I'm trying to think of. I'm forgetting his name, but the guy who was Varys.
the weasel might have been. Yeah. Littlefinger. He might be he's a Littlefinger type.
He's more fun than Littlefinger.
He's more fun. He's more fun. Littlefinger's a kind of an ass, complete douche.
Miniver just wants to have fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Is
He
that a
wants to
crime?
tell. He wants to tell his
When is that a crime?
stories, do his thing. He wants the place to be.
We could maintain a correspondence.
Yeah.
We could maintain
Yeah.
a correspondence. If the Saturday group hurts him.
I don't see why they have a reason to. They're over here right.
They need a slave. They need.
They're still with Cloud Dragons. So
they're doing their thing.
They're still doing Cloud Dragon stuff. So you're probably safe from them coming back to GrindBone for a while. Yeah.
We didn't even steal from them. All their shit's still in their house.
No, very.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we succeed, we gotta tell Miniver like, hey. This was all you. We had nothing to do with this. Could anyone try to inquire as to what happened here?
I don't know how show went from Dragon Demon to Dragon Rider. That's crazy. Good roll.
It was double dragon on a Bane roll, and then for my next Bane roll, it was a dragon and then a demon.
That's crazy. Good stuff.
Good game, though.
I'll give you an extra roll. You can get an extra roll as well.
Extra.
Remember, you can't roll for the same skill again, so choose a different skill.
What haven't I rolled for? Today? Already unchecked everything.
And then Ohan, keep reading for. I'll read myself, but let's read on crafting. Let's read on magical crafting. and get caught up on that, and then what I was going to reveal tonight is that so Jimby has a chance to either stay a mage. He'll reveal it. I sent him or he switches to like a fighter type role that is essentially my version of an Echo Knight from D&D. So he can create a shadow version of himself that he puts within any dim light area. So he can claim that if as long as the area is claimed to be within shadow, he can drop a character there, and then he can move independently back and forth between that area. He can also move that shadow, and then just like an Echo Knight, he can fight. He can fight through it, but he would lose a lot of his spells. He would buff. His strength would go up in a lot of areas. He would still be able to raise skeletons and all that stuff, but he would lose a lot of the other stuff. A lot of the extra baggage that he has as a mage would go away, and then his weapon would be his whip and his like obsidian blade. He still wouldn't be able to use armor from a standpoint, but he would be a lot more devastating in combat. He would be a lot more like Timpy, but he would with skeletons at his back. So he has to choose if he wants to rock that or stick with the way he's operating now, which was a lot of what last episode was about. But yeah, so
he's busy napping.
Yep, he's napping. Good stuff.
Honk shoe on a little bed of skeletons.
Yeah, and then the other group, it's funny because necromancy started to become a theme this season because of the skeletons that are brewing in the south or in the north, and because we have two necromancers. The other Jason's necromancer has a little like mini, I think it's a halfling skeleton or a dwarf skeleton. God. They call him Little Bones. So Little Bones is Little Bones is just like he's actually his familiar, because now that there's familiar rules, Little Bones has become his familiar. So it's just this little skeleton that runs around and with a big head does things for them. But yeah, it's funny that there's
Tiny Bones, your magic.
Tiny Bones. Sorry, it's not Little Bones, it's Tiny Bones. That's his actual name.
Bones.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's Tiny
I
Bones.
gotta go to bed, but good night. Thanks for
man.
the
Good game.
It's adorable little skeleton.
Yeah. Later, man. See you later on.
Essentially, imagine a British gutter snipe, but as a skeleton. That's what Tiny Bones is.
Yeah. So good stuff. What
And
else?
it's dark as well.
Yeah. Somehow, I am glad we've been able to make the slave camp as fun to play as possible, and because I was worried it would be so just fucking awful of a place, but and it is, but it's also been funny to watch how you all have like brought some levity to it, into the encounters here in GrindBone.
I like it. Yeah, it's had the most fun NPCs.
Yeah, it's because like
we just need it to not be the slavery place. We just need it to not be the place where the slavery is.
Because I figured because Daru is like your main hub. It's like where everything's kind of wholesome, and then you've got it's all the other than that. Gondor is like everything is like honor, and then GrindBone is the sleazy D&D town. It's the little D&D like we're sleazy settlement, and then I think Jaffa is the bigger version of that. It's the pirate town, but yeah. So it's a little taste. It's a little taste of that on the coast. So yeah, it is a fun place. It's because everybody's a-holes. So but good stuff. That was yeah. I had fun. I'm glad I like the plan, so I have a lot to think about and a lot of like mechanics to put in place, because it sounds like this next session's going to be the big hurrah as they try to take this place down.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Without killing too many innocent people.